Now let's record in the books of accounts. So now it's time for us to record. We have analyzed the information. We know who is the instructor and we know who is the correspondent. So the first thing that we must always deal with, we must always start. I'm going to number this and we'll always start. Let me just write step number 1. Maybe it will make sense. Step 1. Step 1, we will always, we not always, it's up to you, but let's start with this one as our step number 1, where we account for the money received. So we must first deal with the money that we received. So this is the first thing that we do. So meaning this is the amount, the actual cash that we received. Like I indicated before, this is between Simona Atenis as the instructor and Sylvestis Atenis as the instructor and Simona Atenis as the correspondent. So we need to go and put this money safe in the trust bank account. So the trust bank account must be debited with this amount of money. So what we do, we'll go and say, okay, we received this amount of money of how much? We received 2882, as you can see, 2882 from Simona Atenis. So that's why there are two accounts. I'm going to scroll down. We have got the trust bank account, and we also have correspondent trusts. Can you see now? For the Atenis who collected on our behalf. So it means we must just come here. I'm going to put it here and just say we've got the trust. Can you see now? We've got the trust, the payment that we got. So in other words, we increased our trust bank account on the debit side. At the same time, we must go. Remember the double entry system? The fact that you said correspondent trust, it means this money belongs to. At the moment, remember, Simona Atenis is our client for now. Now we must just show that this client, this amount belongs to. Can you see now? Simona. Can you see now? This is what we need to do. That's the first step we need to do. Can you see now? This means we receive this 288. It's like when you are dealing with your direct line. So the money that you receive will always come to this side, and the money that and in the trust it must show. Remember here we owe them. It's like this is our client gave money in advance. So that's why you need to have this as your first step. I hope it makes sense at the moment. Okay. So number 1, correspondent trust, and then here we say trust bank account. So it shows you that there are two accounts involved. This money comes from what? Simona Atenis. Remember, at the moment, Simona Atenis is our client. So this means that the money that we had or we have in the trust bank account belongs to what? Simona Atenis. At the moment, it shows on the credit side that we owe them. And again, the money that is owed to the client must always go to the trust bank account. So if I want to know this money, that this money belongs to Simona Atenis, I can just go there. If we have 1 million, let's say in that bank account, meaning 2882 of that 1 million belongs to what? Simona Atenis. So this is the first step that you need to look at. Okay? So I hope it makes sense. Practice makes perfect.